Now, you have always been a patriot in some of the toughest of times. In fact, you were openly critical of India's policy and stance towards terrorists, starting from when we exchanged militants for Rubaya Saeed to IC-814. I want to ask you, if Omar or Sarah had been kidnapped, or if they were on that plane, would you have willingly sacrificed them for the greater good of the nation?
Yes. I told that to the Prime Minister then, when Rubaya Saeed's case came. And Gujral Sahab and the other minister came to Srinagar for release of those 5 prisoners. I said, even if all my children have been taken by them and they're going to slaughter them, I would greatly sacrifice myself as well as my children for the nation. Nation is much more greater than Farooq Abdullah and his family.
But that's not an easy decision. It
is how you feel inside.
What would you say, A, yours, and then India's greatest mistake has been vis-a-vis Kashmir?
It's a long story of mistrust. Long story of mistrust.
What would you say yours would be then?
Mistrust, exactly the same thing.
That you lost the faith of the
mistrust that was created when Mrs. Indira Gandhi was there. Now she's not in this world anymore, and we Muslims don't believe in trying to rake those things up.
Now, your relationship with the Gandhis, at least politically, has been a complicated one. Mrs. Gandhi dismissed you, then her son reinstalled you only to dismiss you, and then his son Rahul...
No, he never dismissed me.
You resigned?
I resigned, but he didn't want me to resign.
Oh, okay.
He didn't want me to resign. I said they've appointed a governor that is not going to be good for the country. And I don't think I can work with gun being on my shoulder and trigger being in his hands. It's just not on. So I said, no, I'm not going to be there. Let them rule now. Because now, earlier it was I who was in the middle taking the bullets. Now it will be directly Delhi taking the bullets. And you take it and see how it goes. And they realized that they had made a mistake.
And then Rajiv Gandhi's son, Rahul, has sort of helped get Omar into the chief minister position. They seem to be friends. What is the current relationship between the Abdullahs and the Gandhis? How does it stand?
The relationship is very good. There's nothing wrong about it.
No past...
No, my father had no past
baggage.
Anger, even after being in the jail for so many years.
How do you
should see the tears.
Well,
that is how you feel inside. Our friendship is not just for the gains.
You also have a son-in-law who's doing very well politically, Sachin Pilot. But he will never ever be positioned as a leader, because it will be the Gandhi family that will take over if Congress comes to power again. Do you feel somewhat bad for him, and bad for the other youngsters who are waiting in line, completely able, willing, capable?
No. I think one of the great things he's been able to do, he's been able to induct many young people in the government. And to give them the experience that they will need tomorrow when he makes the team.
They'll never be number one.
The question is, who's going to be number 1, who's going to be number 2? No one can say.
Let's come to your ministry now. Now, your ministry, some of the people find it a bit of a joke. There is the joke of you going around being called the Gobar minister. Does this upset you? And how unhappy were you to get the ministry?
Not at all. Those people didn't know what future energy holds. They know nothing except politically trying to pull you down.
But did you know enough about new and renewable energy at the time?
Because yes, I had seen windmills, but I didn't know the scope of it. I must be very honest about it. I did not know at all what is the scope of this. And I saw solar energy for the first time, what it can do. Well, it opened my eyes. That sky is the limit.
China is closing almost every couple of weeks a sort of power plant that is a polluting power plant. But how come we're not doing
How about Germans? How about Germans?
No, but I'm talking about India. You don't seem to be making much noise. Or what are your greatest achievements?
Jharkhand.